Hey there, my name is Patty Jakes, and I have to tell you about an amazing project that I found out about and that I've been invested in. But first, I want to tell you my story about how I got to where I'm at. In 2020, March 19th, I was sitting on my couch and I started thinking about in 2012, I was going to try to buy some Bitcoin because I felt like God was telling me to buy Bitcoin because I read a book, like an intro to cryptocurrency, that came in the mail. Didn't even order the book, and I read it, and it made sense to me. And I said, well, geez, maybe I'll try to buy this Bitcoin. But it was so complicated, I couldn't buy it. Like, I'd have to go to the dark web, and of course I couldn't figure that out, and I felt very nervous about it, so I didn't buy it. So March 19, 2020, I feel like there was like a message coming in saying, listen, it's not too late. I know you feel like you missed out on Bitcoin, but there's more to the, and my goal was I wanted to start a cat sanctuary. I had a cat rescue, and a lot of my extra money was going to feed the homeless cats and everything. And I didn't, have enough money to really do what I needed to do. And God was like, listen, if you study crypto, you're going to get your cat sanctuary. And I was like, really? I'm like, well, if I had just listened to that 6 cents in 2012, I would have been a billionaire because, Bitcoin was like $1 then or something like that. So I said, you know what, God, I'm going to do this. I'm going to study crypto. Although, just to let you know, by me saying I'm going to study crypto was like me becoming an astronaut because I knew nothing about crypto. I was totally like, this is going to kill me to learn crypto because I don't understand it. I don't know anything about it. But I was willing to try because I knew that God was sending me a message to do this, and I had to say yes to it. So I did. I started studying, and by May 7th of 2020, I started investing, doing dollar cost averaging, and I started investing in crypto, and I started making some money. And of course, Bitcoin, I did originally invest in Bitcoin, Ethereum, the basic ones, and especially XRP when I realized that was cross-border payments, which we need desperately since my background is international banking. I understand when you send wires, there's a lot of problems with that. And it's also very expensive, and it's not instantaneously. It can take days. So I realized we needed a new system. And of course, they were changing the system without telling anybody. It wasn't on the news. But I started doing that deep dive and figuring things out. And I realized, wow, I've got to get into, just keep doing this and see what happens. Well, I started making some money. Not that I became a millionaire, but I started making money. I took the family on a vacation. I did a few things, little things. But what was amazing is when I got told about this project, just 5 months ago, I got told about a project from a friend of mine named Jim, and he had been a friend of mine for almost a year. And when he asked me if I knew anything about crypto, I said, yeah. I said, I've been studying. He said, have you heard of TEXITcoin? And I said, no, never heard of it. Well, TEXITcoin is actually what Bitcoin was supposed to be in the beginning. So Bitcoin was supposed to be peer-to-peer. It was supposed to be a project for the people, by the people. And it turned out to be all the millionaires and billionaires bought it all up and is buying it all. And now you can't even afford to mine it. And it's old technology. It's slow and it's expensive. So I've been saying this all these 5 years of studying crypto. I'm like, what's up with Bitcoin? It's only a store of value. It was supposed to be so much more. Well, TEXITcoin takes off where Bitcoin left off. And I started doing my research on TEXITcoin and realized, wow, this is an amazing project. And this is why God told me to start studying crypto, was to be ready for TEXITcoin, because I was able to save up enough money to, buy a mine or to, I ended up buying some mines with this great project. And I have made so much money in just a short period of time. Not that this is financial advice, but I don't know one person that has bought into this project that has lost money. It is an amazing project, and it's about, instead of buying the coin, you're buying the mine, the golden goose that's laying the golden eggs. And this is just amazing because now, not only do I have a cat rescue, but I also started taking over a cat rescue building. So we have cats, and so I have to spend a lot of my own money to help these cats get adopted. And because of TEXITcoin, I'm able to make extra money so I can fund my my nonprofit. And on top of that, I was able to go on a couple of trips recently. I went to visit my family in Massachusetts, as well as I went to a trip in California, and I actually got to visit a cat sanctuary, the largest cat sanctuary in the country. And it was all possible thanks to TEXITcoin. So this project is like no other project. It's the fastest growing crypto project in the world. It's the third largest crypto project in the world. I'm so grateful to have been, involved in it. And I'm trying to get the word out to everyone, because if you want revolutionary money, this is going to mine for another 136 years and be a part of the revolution. This is a for the people, by the people project like no other. And it's kind of like XRP is for cross-border payments. This is what it is for the people. And we need this so bad, especially with the way times are. We need to have a safe, reliable project like this that is not manipulated by the big shots. And you know what I'm talking about. So if you want to know more about it, message me, because you will never look back.